Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is the Hello Spring collaboration and I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. This is my Oliver. And if you're returning, you know we love you so very much. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I'm going to use these tulips I got last year at Michael's when they were on sale. I'm going to use this galvanized welcome sign that I recently got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use some burlap. I believe I got this burlap from Hobby Lobby. This is some jute ribbon I've had in my stash. I got this off of Amazon. I'll try and have it in my Amazon store. And then I'm going to use an 18-inch wreath round and square wreath frame from Dollar Tree. So I went out and I cut them with my Dremel. You could probably use some big wire cutters if you have some heavy duty ones, but I used a Dremel. Now when I cut these, I meant to have the horizontal bar. I meant to cut to where I would have the bar at the end of both pieces. And I did do that. I was so proud of myself, but I had it on the portion that was too small and I couldn't use. So I had to use the bigger portion of the round piece that doesn't have the bar across the ends. So that made it very difficult when it came to using the zip ties because they did keep slipping out. So if you recreate this, make sure you have the horizontal bar on the ends so that way you can easily zip tie them together. I did eventually have to add some duct tape to the ends to keep them from falling out. So anyways, mistake number 2, I grabbed this burlap, I cut it out, but I should have made it bigger so that it made the pocket. So here I'm just hot gluing around my base, but I did later go back with some more burlap and glue it to the back to make a pocket. So I'm taking this ribbon here, mistake number 3, I'm hot gluing it to the ends. See how I'm doing that? I should have just hot glued the top and the bottom. I don't know what I was thinking, but I want to do a basket weave and I can't do a basket weave if it's hot glued. So you can see I'm just hot gluing the tops and the bottoms of the next one, and I only did the top and the bottom for all the rest because I realized that that was not a very smart move. So once I got them all across, I took the ribbon and I started on the other end and I just hot glued the end to the back, and then I just start weaving through all of those strips of ribbon here. And then once I get to the end, I will hot glue that end to the back as well. And then once I have that all hot glued, I will start on the next row and I will do the opposite. Now I'm starting on the opposite end. This is the end that was hot glued. It was able to pull it up enough to fit my ribbon in it. So I put some hot glue underneath that one ribbon that's hot glued, and I was able to get that ribbon back in and glued in. So then I just weaved it all the way through, just like you see me doing here, and then hot glue it on the back, and I did that all the way up. And once I was done, I took some of this ribbon that I've had on my stash. I got this off of Amazon as well, and I'm just hot gluing it around to the back, and then I just tacked it down with some hot glue in the front. And after that, I am going to wrap the rest of this jute ribbon that is for upholstery. I'm just wrapping it all the way around my basket handle. And I did have to use a little bit of hot glue here and there just to make sure it's tack it down in place, but I didn't have to use much hot glue. Once I was done with that, I painted my welcome sign with my white chalk paint there. And once that was dry, I went over it with my Mod Podge. As I was painting it, I thought, you know, this would be really cute with this napkin. So I got this napkin from a napkin DIY exchange that I did recently. And I thought, okay, this would be perfect. So I did not put any Mod Podge on the spade part or on the butterfly, but I did put Mod Podge on everything else on that wording. And then I'm just cutting off the excess napkin here. And then as you can see, I'm just going over the top of all of the napkin with some more Mod Podge. I did go for the spade, I think, and the butterfly too, just to kind of help protect the glue. And then I did use a file and a sander to get all the excess of that napkin off when it was dry, and then I added that butterfly, which is from Amazon as well. I think it's in my Amazon store. So then I'm just using some twine here. I just weed it through the little holes that was already on this sign, and I'm just weeding it through my basket, and then I'm just going to tie knots in that twine to hold that in place. I did add a little bit of hot glue too. And then after that, I just filled it up with my tulips, and then I decided to add some of those eggs from Dollar Tree, but it was kind of flopping around in the back, so I just tacked some of that burlap in the back, the pocket. I tacked it down with some hot glue in a couple of spots to help hold those flowers in, and then added a few butterflies, and that's all there is for this. This is adorable. Now, I did get this idea off of TikTok by Windy City Crafts, and if I can, I'll put a link to her video in my description box if I can do that. But you have to let me know what you think about this. I think it came out adorable. You have to let me know what you think about it. Okay, so today is the Hello Spring collaboration. It is hosted by Tammy with the Rusted Willow and Ellie with DIY from House to Home. This season's guest host is Shannon with Shannon's Crafty DIYs. Make sure you check all of them out, as well as the playlist. I will have links to all of them in my description box below. So here's DIY number 2. So this DIY, I'm going to use my chalk paint here, my Rustoleum linen white chalk paint. I created that saying with my Cricut, and then this is a 12 by 12 square box that I got from Hobby. It comes in a from Hobby Lobby. It comes in a 3-pack. Then I have these transfers that I got from STENCILS. They sent them to me, and they are absolutely beautiful. And I was so excited. I couldn't wait to use them. So I knew I wanted to use them for this DIY. So I started off by painting that box with the white chalk paint. Once it was dry, I decided to cut out this big birdhouse. I thought it was beautiful. So I removed the backing, I lay it down in place, and then I just start rubbing. I'm using my Cricut brayer, but you could use a stick or credit card or whatever, and I'm just going over and over and over, rubbing, and then I start pulling it off, and I pull very carefully. I pull that top part very carefully, and if I see any of it pulling up, then I just lay it back down, rub it, and then pull. And I just do this really slowly to make sure that I don't pull anything up. And then once I get to the bottom, look how beautiful that is. I love this. So then I added my decals that I created. It just says Sweet Spring. I just thought that was appropriate because I think this little birdhouse and bird is so sweet. And I love cherry blossoms too. And so, I just love these. Anyway, so I just went around and I added some more cherry blossoms here and there. I added a couple of butterflies. I added some cherry blossoms along the edge of the frame there. And then once I was all done, I took some of this ribbon. I believe this came from Walmart this last fall, I believe. And I'm just hot gluing the two ends together. And then I took another piece of it, and I'm going to use that as the tails. And I'm just, I folded it in half, and then I'm just connecting it to the back of that bow with some twine. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this floral ribbon that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then I'm just going to add the two of them together. So I did the exact same thing as I did with the lace ribbon. And then once I'm done with that, I will dovetail the ends, make it all pretty, and then I'm going to hot glue it to the top right hand corner of my sign. And then I'm going to add a hanger just with some jute cord or jute twine. And after that, that's all there is. I absolutely love this. I think it is so sweet and it's just beautiful. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys are just amazing and I appreciate you so much. And if you are enjoying today's video and if you have not hit that subscribe button, I'd hope you hit that before you go. And then I'll make sure you guys give me that thumbs up and comment, watch those ads. And if you'd like to help with my crafting supplies, you can buy me a coffee. You can find the links to that as well as my social media accounts in my description box below. And so now it is a time for a celebration of your recreation. And Jane has been busy. She has these really pretty little signs that she made. Thank you so much, Jane. They are awesome. And Belinda, she has this two-sided sign for St. Patty's Day and Easter, and then that St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much. And Carla, she recreated my little candle wreath. It was beautiful. And Tracy, I love it. She did this old rugged cross picture. It is beautiful. Thank you all, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send pictures to my email address listed there, or you can send them to me through Facebook or Instagram, and I would be more than happy to showcase them for you. So here's DIY number 3 and 4. So I am going to start off with this bell cloche I got at Dollar Tree. It's in the garden section. And then I'm going to use a little round wood piece that I had in my stash and some of that metal ribbon from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use some of these dowel caps from Hobby Lobby. And then this is a 10-inch wood round that I'm going to use from Hobby Lobby. And I get those when they're on sale. So every about 2 or 3 weeks they're on sale. Then I'm going to use my Rustoleum linen white chalk paint and then my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant. I also use a big Finial cap. I don't know what happened to it, but I had one of those too. So I started off by using my Fix-All glue and hot glue, and I'm just putting them on the bottom of these dowel caps to act as feet onto my wood round. And once I have them all on, then I am going to add this ribbon. Now I'm using my Fix-All glue because we all know that hot glue and metal don't really like each other. So I'm sitting here trying to get this on there, and I'm like, okay, I want to tape this on, and then it all falls off. And so I'm struggling. About that time, my husband walked in, my sweet husband came in, and I'm like, here, help me. So I end up putting the Fix-All glue and then put the ribbon over it, and then I hold it down while he adds the tape on it for me. And you'll see his extra hand coming in here. I had to wipe off the excess glue first, and then he's going to tape that. And I do this all the way around my wood round, and then I let it set for about a half an hour. You probably let it set a little bit longer, but after it was done, I took my white chalk paint and painted all of that white. Then once that was dry, I did some distressing with my Elephant. And again, if you don't like distressing, you could skip this part if you want to recreate it. But as you can see, I also painted that little wood round white and that Finial cap white as well. So, and that Finial cap did come from Hobby Lobby. So then I also did a little dry brushing on the bottom, and that's about it, all in the dry brushing. Which I'm still showing you some more. I'm almost done here, guys. Okay, so after that, I was like, how am I going to get this sticker off the front of that cloche? So I tried to use my heat gun, but I didn't want to use it very much because I didn't want it to melt the plastic. So I'm trying to pull it off, and then it was just getting to where I couldn't get it. So I grabbed my glue gun and a paper towel, and I just put a whole bunch of glue gun all over that paper, and then I used my Cricut spatula to scrape it off. Once I had it all off, I cleaned that all up, and then I'm trimming this little plastic piece that hung over it. Because of the metal ribbon that I put around my base, it wouldn't fit, so I had to cut that part off. Then this top piece, it just pulls right off, so I'm just carefully trying to pull it off so I didn't rip the cloche. There is a couple of holes already in there, but that's okay because I'm going to take some hot glue, put it on the back of my little wood round, and hot glue it to the top. And then after I get done setting that in, I'm going to take my Finial cap and I'm going to hot glue that as well. And I'm just going to hot glue that to the top of there. There you go. After that, I will show you the final product or project for that after this one. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Okay, so I'm using my chalk paint, some floral moss, this greenery that comes from Dollar Tree. This cross has been in my stash for a couple of years, but it was from Dollar Tree. And same with this egg. Actually, I think I got that egg last year. So I'm going to just remove the top piece. I'm only going to use the bottom piece of my egg. And I am going to paint it white. Now, as I was painting it, I got a different idea. So after I had the bottom part of it had it painted, I decided I want to make this look more like concrete. So I'm adding some white paint here. And then I thought, why am I adding white paint? And I'm adding baking soda to it. And I'm mixing it up to give it that extra texture so that it will look like concrete. And then I'm like, why am I doing white? Concrete is not white. So I add my elephant chalk paint to it. And then I added some more baking soda and then mixed it all up. And then once I had the consistency that I wanted, I took my sponge dauber. I got these from Dollar Tree, and I just started dabbing it all over my egg. And I love the way this came out. It looks like concrete, and I just love it. And so once I had it all done on the outside, I also did the inside. I didn't do the bottom part of the inside because I knew that I was going to have floral foam over it and you're not going to see it, but I did like the sides just in case you could see through the flowers I was putting in. So then I just hot glued the floral foam into the egg, and then I'm hot gluing the cross right on top. And then I just started taking the picks and just started cutting the flowers and greenery all off of there and just sticking them all over inside of into the floral foam here. And I really love how this came out. It's just, I don't know, it's fun. It's just kind of a fun idea, I think. But anyways, you have to let me know what you think when I'm all done. But I'm just going to continue adding these flowers. And then I add some of those yellow flowers as well. I don't know why I'm showing you all of this. I just thought it was important, I guess. Oh my goodness. Okay, so once I was done with that, I took some twine, and there's that little groove there where the top fits into it. So I'm just going over that little groove with my twine. I'm just hot gluing the twine into it. That's all I did. I didn't do a bow or anything. I just went around that groove just to kind of, I don't know, make it not look like a plastic egg. And then after that, I had one of these little flowers. I got these from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to hot glue that right onto the front of my cross. And that's all there was for this one. And I put those two together, put that inside the cloche. I did have to add a couple of tumbling tower blocks on the bottom because that cross was a little too high and it was hitting the top. So I just put a little tumbling tower blocks on the bottom for the cloche to sit on, and then it fits in there. So you have to let me know what you think about these as well. And the final reveal is coming right up. So you have to let me know what you think about all of them and which one was your favorite today. And again, make sure you check out Ellie and Tammy and Shannon's channels. They are amazing, talented women. And then make sure you check out the playlist to get all kinds of spring decor ideas. And then don't forget, before you go, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like and comment and all that good stuff. And with all that, you guys, I will be back again on Monday with a video. And I will try to be on there live to chat with you guys that night. So with all that being said, you guys have a blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.